So let's start by customizing the product title. We have an H2 element on the page that contains the product title. So kind of the natural, like the first idea would be, okay, let's just add product title to this element. And like the actions tell us what will happen. So in the template section, we see that this action is used in single product with hooks. So this is a single product and it is using hooks. And if we hover over it, it tells us that this action saves the template single product title. Okay, in the setting, it lets us optionally add the text into a different element, like into a sub-element, but for now, let's just leave it in H2. Okay, let's export and see what happened on the page. So at the first glance, it looks okay, right? And let's inspect the code. So here is now single product title, and it is simply H2 with the title WordPress function that displays the product title. But if we go back to Pinegrow, notice that actually, like here we have a column, and let me illustrate this. So for example, we could have, let's say something like that, just like 5, so that we could display other information here next to it. And when we save it, okay, we can't really see it because cap is so short, but let's inspect the code. See, we just had H2, like the row and column layout was lost in the export process because we told Pinegrow that the title is just the H2 element. And what would be the better approach? So let's remove the product title from H2, and then we select the row. So you see the row is the element that contains the whole title, like all the layout that belongs to the title. So just as illustration, let's duplicate this, and I will press plus. Plus shows up insert element, and let's find an icon. Close this, delete H2. I press delete to get rid of it. And let's make the heart bigger. Okay. And we'll click here, so we will define columns. So this will be 2. And then this one will just say auto. So now we have like the product title, and let's say we could also have the add to wish list feature here. One more thing, let's select the row and then go to flex controls and space them. Okay, and if we now select the row and say this is the product title, and the title should be shown in the H2 element within this row. Let's export. So this exports the whole template, all the parts. So we have the row, we have the H2 with the title, and then we also have our like wish list button or heart. They're exported together with the title. And in the browser, you see, we get it here. So just to recap, when we are exporting elements, product title is not necessarily just the H2 or H3 that is showing the information. It can be a kind of structure, for example, the whole row or column or whatever, that is used to display not just the title, but the layout, the structure of the title component. And when we are using single product with hooks, then this becomes the template. So, and we have to see, okay, the summary, that's the right column. So we should, whatever we export, the pricing, the add to cart, it should be like the top level element, because then the templates will contain not just the title itself, but also like the layout for correctly displaying this information. And we'll repeat this for the following elements, so don't worry if it's like confusing. The main point is just remember, it's not just the title itself, but also the structure for the title. We need like the whole component, not necessarily just the title itself. And of course that depends on your layout, on how your page is implemented. But like in our case here, we need the whole row that contains the H2 and not just the H2.